If I understand correctly, one of the drows attacked Thalius.
No.
No.
Was
But that
someone?
was the drow mage that is already tied up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was
Alright,
just interrogating.
The
Okay.
other, we found out that the other two drow work for Captain Sword.
Yeah, that's
Um,
where I. Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
thought the other
One
drow
of
mage was
them
dead.
chickened out, but apparently he's a new guy.
So the drow
But,
wizard was the brother of one of the drow.
So Saloon was the guy we known as John, the guy that usually ferries us to the eye catcher.
Yeah.
His real name is Saloon, and the mage guy is his brother.
Was undercover for multiple years.
And got in too deep and sort of halfway switched sides. Halfway was forced to switch sides. Something in between those two.
You don't know for sure.
And I promised to.
I think Sean is going to do something.
Well, yeah. That's why I need to know some more, because I was gonna cast.
We got some information on Sanatar and Nihilon, and some information about the grill as well.
He told you a bit about he explained to you where to get to the main entrance. So you know where the vault is, and totally at the other side of town is almost is the main layer of Xanatar. But there are apparently more places, like you encountered and actually raided one of the mini layers twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
So he explains that even he doesn't know all the places, because that's the way Xanatar operates. Only on what you need to know, and don't give everybody all the information. That is his power play.
All right. Yeah.
That's what he at least told you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll cast suggestion on him. You can make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I'll see where. Check his stats.
Why isn't he doing the full description?
What are you suggesting?
I will ask him to fill in any blanks that he hasn't answered yet with all of our previous questions, and just tell us everything he does know about Xanatar and the operation.
It's not a charm, right? And it's
No.
No. So
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing this description of the spell, but
no, but it's not charm based, right? So
no, it's just
his Fey ancestry is not helping him. That's good to know. How he feels, and
wait,
it
no,
is.
it is. Yeah, it's immune if it can be charmed.
Well, Fey ancestry is like you have advantage on those kind of spells.
Oh,
right?
advantage then it's advantage. Yeah.
That's why it was a good thing you didn't cast sleep.
Yeah.
Because doesn't affect undead, and elves,
nope.
By extension, drow are immune, meaning that you would have put everyone else to sleep.
Yes, basically. I was like, should I? But nah.
So it's just advantage, so.
Well, you're an elf, so you would know it wouldn't work on elves.
You don't see it, but he rolled an 8 and a natural 20.
Alright.
So,
well,
yeah,
that was my party trick then.
So, but you know, right? If he catches on or not, or
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know the spell fails, but he'll talk anyway. I mean, it's hard to say what information you're missing. It's because it's not something I live with all the time. I'm trying to answer all your questions honestly, but I'm trying to convey to you that Xanatar. I mean, what you did here was incredible, and I think everybody underestimates you all the time, every time. And now you've slain this puppet of him, but don't be too overconfident that you can take on Xanatar himself. I've actually I heard about people trying this and failing miserably, and they don't die.
Do you think if Renard were to leave the city, he would be more safe?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I think Xanatar, he's very tenacious and persistent if he wants to know something. That if he, it's most of the time information. I don't think he cares about Renard per se, but we had to bring him alive so he could be questioned at least, or abducted by his mind. But that's all the instruction we got. We don't know really what he wants, and from Neilor we learned that he wanted the Stone of Golor, and I've heard about the legends, but to be honest, I don't know exactly what Xanatar needs it for and why. It's what I know. It's just a bunch of money, and it's, as I said, Xanatar's, as what I know of him, he's not in it for the money. Maybe a bribe. Maybe he wants to. I don't know, but Xanatar is not a hoarder. I don't know.
But the way you put it, that it's like within a week we can expect another assault party, and then we kill that, and then another one comes, and then another one comes. So, what is the point of all the fighting and all the killing?
Oh, I think unless Xanatar knows where to find the stone, where it is, or believes that Renard doesn't have it, it will end. At least for Renard.
But I have a feeling that Renard saying, "Please, sir, I don't have it. Leave," is not gonna do it.
Probably
Oh,
not. That's why he wanted Renard in person to really
Oh, well.
question him.
the way I see it, we pretty much have 3 avenues to go at this point. Well, 4, but I don't like the 4th. One, we can try to strike some sort of a deal where we meet on neutral ground. We put Renard under a spell, and he can tell Xanatar or a representative that he actually doesn't know where it is. 2, we can try to protect Renard, possibly indefinitely. Or 3, we can go out and find the source of the threat and deal with it. Well, 4 would be too.
I look at Thaddeus. You sure we're up to that? You're not looking that well.
I didn't say today, I didn't say like this. We could ask help from other Greyhounds or other allies we can find, but I mean, we sort of promised to protect Renard, and we owe him a lot. So
That's why I'm saying he needs to get out of town or lay low somewhere where they can't find him. For him to stay home.
You have bodyguards coming in, right? Oh, I'm upstairs now.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. My father is sending over a group of bodyguards, so they'll be here soon. I know that's not a foolproof plan either, but at least I get round-the-clock protection pretty soon. Even though I'm not on that much good speaking terms. And you see Gnarl say, "Look, if you get your father to prove that he has the stone still and it's not with you, then at least you're not a target anymore for Xanatar. Something to consider."
So I guess until the bodyguards arrive, we will be living here, basically.
Yeah, I'm expecting them soon though, but I'll talk about it.
Tomorrow, in 2 weeks, in a month, or
I'm not ready to. I'll discuss this with you when we're out of earshot of this new companion of ours.
With that, I am still Andre. Oh, Andre, I think we're done here.
All right. So,
Should I untie him or?
no, thank you. No, I take his component pouch and put it in my backpack just in case that at least he does.
I
have
could
seen
use that.
magic users to know that they like using those.
I
and
could
the
use
staff,
that and just grab it from you. Free
Right.
component pouch.
Can also sell it if we need some cash. I'm sure the herb lady or the
Well,
dragon guy at home wouldn't
I
mind.
think I can do some spells, but nah, let me just practice with it.
Go, Norris. Well,
Maybe if we
what
get
was your name? What was your name, by the way? I know
No.
you-
I think you see the name also in the review.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gnarl Ximbrindas.
Xibrindas, yeah. So his brother Saloon Xibrindas. Bernard said, well, I can, if you tie him up correctly, I can have Wilrin here, and you see this the older halfling coach driver that brought you to also with the golden coach of Bernard to your pub. You can drop him off at the harbor.
Well, sure.
Well, I promised John that I would bring him. I'll go with, and I'll hurry back as soon as I can.
Bring my rope back. If you go with anyway. Ah, never mind.
I'll join you. I really don't want to split up the party, and if we do, let's at least keep pairs.
Can we, Bernard? Can we borrow a non-flashy carriage if you have one, or a cart?
Yeah, I have one that is less ostentatious. I can mingle among the common folk. Yeah. And he brings out this, what I think is his best attempt, and like undercover, but still pretty decent. Like what he thinks is a cheap card, but probably would cost a fortune for a normal Wadavian. That's still very well made boots, but it doesn't. It's not as shiny as the other one. Yeah, and Wilrin sits on top on the book. How do you call it? Yeah, you load in Gnarl, and you're accompanying to the harbor.
I lay him down flat, like push him against the seat so he's a bit out of the way, and I'm
He's very accommodating. He's lost the will to live almost. Very like.
I'm just gonna sit in the back with him. I don't know, Sean, if you're riding shotgun in case someone is
I'll
from the outside.
disguise myself just as a commoner and just someone I saw sometime on the street, and sit up front and ride it. Yeah.
I'll sit in the bed. I'll have one sword like already pulled on my lap, so it's out and quick to use. Plus have an arrow notched on the bow, and just sit and keep an eye on him as we go, knowing that he doesn't have his staff or his component pouch. So, and hopefully can't move his hands too much, depending on what spells he knows.
Yeah, I'll have my armor on, but I'll put my shield down and I'll blink away my weapon so I don't look too obviously well.
So you enter the stagecoach and you start your trip down to the harbor. It's already starting to dawn again, new morning, because this went well into the night, yeah, it's you see the sunrise over the eastern part of Waterdeep, and shining a light a bit. Well, it's still dark, dusk, but you arrive at the harbor without incident, and it's foggy, and in the fog you see the shape of what you thought was your friend John, but now known as Saloon. And he's standing there, and he looks at you and says,
As promised, alive,
"Thanks, Henry.
relatively well.
We'll deal with him." And
Good luck, and be careful. I don't know how keen they are in getting him back.
probably to kill him. Out here, Xanatar doesn't really hold sway out in the open seas. It's also the reason of why we chose this location. Thanks.
You know,
He'll load his brother in his in the rowboat, and you see the new guy Timothy giving you like a uncomfortable stare, like, okay, sorry man, I tried my best, kind of thing. And they row up in the mist towards what you now perceive as like very foggy, the shape of the eye catcher out in the middle of the harbor. And yeah, Wilrin is waiting for you guys at on the buck on the stagecoach to take you back to Bernard's place.
let's head back.
Right.
Who knows when the next round will come along?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so without any problems, you get back to the mansion, and as you drive back, the streets are starting to fill. You drive alongside a market, and yeah, the city is already getting ready for a new dawn and a new day.
It's a small break, if you all don't mind.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
And